Here is my opinion on COD players and Battlefield players right now, and how I think a lot of COD players are just like being a petty ex right now and trying to show Call of Duty that they're over them, they're this. But while they're with Battlefield, I feel like they're gonna get a little bored. You know what I'm saying? I've said this in past VODs, bruh. I feel like COD dropped the beta at the perfect time because we already got to experience Battlefield 6 beta, and then we got COD beta. And now we have Battlefield 6 in its entirety. And a lot of COD players can't keep their attention on Battlefield 6 for a long time. It starts to get boring. It's not so much that dopamine hit, dopamine hit, dopamine hit. Maybe we are a little brain rotted, unless they're fine with doing domination, team deathmatch, King of the Hill, rush on Battlefield, maybe. But even then, sometimes it's not the same because of the movement. And that's why I don't think we will ever go back to the movement we used to have back in the day on like Black Ops 2, COD 4, MW3, etc., etc. Those CODs, bruh, they won't stop. But yeah, I can already see the tide switching, considering I already see a bunch of TikToks and tweets saying, damn, Battlefield 6 is actually boring. Like, I thought I was going to have so much fun. When in reality, we kind of already experienced what all Battlefield 6 has. You get what I'm saying? There's no nuke. And maybe, I'm not saying XQC was right with that, but even nade shots getting bored that there's no like 100 headshots. You get a certain amount of headshots, you unlock the camos, and then you eventually get gold, and then you get diamond. I guess a lot of people don't really see the progression, the reason to stay on the game. Like me personally, I haven't really been playing Battlefield multiplayer. In a way, I've just been on the creator portal because I already know what to expect out of multiplayer, and for some reason I've just been like pulled to the creator portal just because it's something different, something I don't know what I'm gonna get out of, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's my prediction. I think a lot of COD players were saying that they're gonna stay to Battlefield 6. Whenever I don't get why a lot of people just don't understand that, like, you two games can coexist. 10 games can coexist together. You don't have to pick a favorite one. That's also why I don't like ranking my favorite CODs. I feel like it's kind of unfair, and it changes also. Sometimes I need a break from COD, so I go to Battlefield. Sometimes I get bored on Battlefield, so I go to COD. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like there's differences, but maybe the fact that Call of Duty is also going, like, there's no more search-based matchmaking, there's no more disbanding lobbies, so it's back to how it used to be. And not to mention, there's going to be 20v20 modes, so there's going to be like bigger maps similar to Battlefield. Obviously, it will never be Battlefield, and Battlefield would never be Call of Duty. We just have to accept that. I don't know why this is like such a big thing this year. I feel like when the previous Battlefields came out, we were not acting like this, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I've learned to like love both of the games as I did when I was growing up. But maybe it's because there's such like a big vendetta. Maybe because there's such a big like vendetta, like with Battlefield. Um, I feel like they're talking so much raw, raw, raw. But I mean, look at Battlefield 2042. That's what you guys were stuck with for years, and that shit was shit. It was okay, but like compared to the other ones, come on now. And now you guys are finally getting something that you guys like, similar to us. I feel like we're both in the same position, and we're we're like magnets that aren't attracting when we just need to like be like, okay, we can coexist. And now you get what I'm saying? Why is there drama? Why is there this fight? That's what I'm trying to get at. And also, I'm tr- I'm trying to get at that, like, a lot of COD players are going to be switching over and saying sorry, and begging for Black Ops 7 to come out earlier. Funny, 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 funny. Again, this is why I always have an open mind. This is why I never say no. I'm not gonna do that because I don't know how I'm gonna feel once I get my hands on the fucking game. I might actually like it. So I encourage you guys to have an open mind. also be open to other people's opinions and know that you do not have to agree with them. They're opinions for a reason. They're not factual. You know what I'm saying? People can disagree to agree to disagree, basically. You guys don't have to be on the same page. If he wants to play Battlefield, he can play Battlefield. That's what he likes personally. If he wants to play both, they can play both. If they want to just play COD, they can just play COD. There's different types of people that play all types of different games. Uh, but yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say. It just feels like they got out of, like, the COD players just got out of their toxic relationship, but now like their ex is kind of reforming, and now once the person like kind of moved on to Battlefield, they see the spark in COD. And they're like, damn, but you're doing good now, and you're kind of are working on things you said you would. You get what I'm trying to say? So then it's like, do we really want Battlefield, or do we want both? I can have both. Some people can't. But I'm just saying, that's how I feel like you guys feel. But yeah, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little random, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.